Welcome to My Friends Don't Know, a podcast about news and politics. I am your host and co host, Kapi. My friends, we are entering a new world. We are entering a new shift in this thing called life. Here in the United States, 55% of the population are living under orders to stay at home. New York, California, Connecticut, Delaware, Hawaii, Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, Louisiana, Massachusetts, Michigan, New Mexico, Oregon, Washington, West Virginia, and Wisconsin. Three cities also under similar orders: Philly, St. Louis, and Denver. For my friends in New York, Governor Andrew Cuomo, who has been bodying this response to the coronavirus pandemic, I'll get into that in a few. Cuomo signed an executive order called New York Pause. That's mad New York right there. Pause. He signed this order and it went into effect this past Sunday at 8 p.m. What does this mean for us New Yorkers? I'm going to tell you. Bodegas, farmers markets, pharmacies, hardware stores, and liquor stores will remain open. Lit. Restaurants and bars that have takeout and delivery will remain open. If you order anything online like Amazon or Best Buy or whatever, they still deliver it. Laundromats, MTA, bike shops, dog walking services, all open, all considered essential. Police, firefighters, security, maintenance, construction, auto repair, all open. Here's where you can't go. Gyms, spas, theaters, event spaces, barbershops, hair and nail salons, tattoo shops, and all personal care services closed. My shape up about to get real by the end of next week. But thankfully, I got wild silkies. I'm cooling. Parents, very important. If y'all don't have home internet, Spectrum Charter, they're offering free internet for households with children that don't have internet. Also, parents, adults, kids, little babies, stay home. Stay home. Don't go outside. Look, it's still too many people not respecting quarantine. If you don't have to go to work, you gotta stay home. New York especially, we have, as of right now, 21,689 cases. And for context, in the whole country, we have 54,808 cases. That's almost half just in New York. Cuomo said we're getting more than we expected, and he says we will probably see 140,000 cases in New York. We are running out of hospital beds and equipment. Cuomo, he's been doing his best to remedy this situation ASAP. He gives briefings every morning, and he gives you straight up facts, no sugarcoating, no fluff. Get the fluff out of here. I encourage y'all to watch or listen to his briefings in the morning, but for real, we gotta stop playing with this quarantine and understand that a few weeks of you staying at home can actually save lives. That's all it would take. You staying home can help save a life. And I'm not saying it's easy. I've spoken with parents who shared with me how their kids are getting cabin fever, and it's tough. That's really tough to deal with. Bless y'all that have to deal with it. If you feel like getting away from New York is the best move for your family, that is your decision. I will not judge you, but understand that there are still guidelines that the White House released today. Actually, they said anyone who leaves New York, whenever you get to your destination, you have to quarantine for at least 14 days because New York is such a hot spot for it. And yes, it's difficult to stay at home for some of my friends. If you're an introvert like me, you can ride it out. New York pause. But for extroverts and people who love being outdoors and in the mix, it's an adjustment. It's an adjustment that they've had to make overnight. I'm not one to judge. I am one to judge, but not for that. I judge this though. A Cuban doctor named Luis Herrera, along with Cuban scientists, created a drug called interferon alpha 2B. What this drug does is it prevents aggravation and complications in patients reaching that stage that can lead to their death. Patients with coronavirus that are reaching that stage where it could lead to their death, it prevents the aggravations and complications so that it allows their immune system to get the boost and helps them resolve it. Because of the dumb U.S. embargo, though, and corny politicians, they're not able to come and bring that drug to the United States. They took it to China, though. China's cases dropped, and now China's producing that drug in their factories to send out to the world. Cuba just today landed in Italy, and I bet we're going to see some good news come out of Italy soon because they were hit really bad. It's really sad what happened over there. Meanwhile, here in the U.S., Trump said that if any governors want his help, they need to be nice to him and not be mean or ask for anything. He said that in response to Cuomo, who this morning was calling out the federal government because we literally have a stockpile of, I think, 13,000 ventilators, and they're refusing to send it to New York. They sent us 400. People are going to die because of this. But Trump literally been on TV these last 2 days saying that people dying is a sacrifice he's ready to make so we can all get back to work so the economy can bounce back. And let me tell you something. Right now, the Senate is negotiating the relief aid package that's supposed to help the country and the businesses and the people here. The White House just announced that it'll be a $2 trillion relief aid. I don't want to hear any type of slander thrown Bernie's way ever again, questioning him like, where do you expect us to pull the money from to pay for your policies or pay for what you want to do? Who we borrowing $2 trillion from? Where are we getting that? Why Flint still don't have clean water, but you want to bail out CEOs again? Man, those CEOs who tell their workers seeking higher wages that they should pull themselves up by the bootstraps. Those CEOs sure can't seem to find their own boots now, huh? They run into the government for welfare. They loving socialism now, huh? All right. There is something I wanted to address. And I wanted to be sure to mention it because I'm seeing so much misinformation and corny conspiracy theories on IG and social media, and a lot of people are falling for it. So I did want to make sure I could clarify something. Yes, my friends, the Army Corps of Engineers are here in New York. Yes, you might see them dressed in their uniforms and riding in their vehicles. They are not here for martial law. And I'll repeat that for those in the back. They are not here for martial law. Do not listen to that ignorance online. New York is running out of hospital beds. The Army Corps of Engineers are here to take over vacant buildings and places like the Jacob Javits Center, to set up medical facilities to help us deal with the increase of people that are going to need hospital treatment or that need it already. Cuomo has repeatedly said that no, you will not be arrested for going outside during quarantine. You're not going to get a ticket for it. However, if you are a non essential business and you try to open up shop, you will be fined. But walking outside, nah, you're not going to get stopped. You're not going to get a ticket. I just wanted to make it very clear to y'all so that y'all don't get anxiety and panic when you see the Army Corps of Engineers out here holding it down. Again, these are tough times. If you're nervous about what's going on or you have any questions, feel free to reach out. We could chop it up. But understand that no one is judging you for being scared or panicking. We do judge you, though, for fighting over toilet paper. The bodegas are fully stocked. They not closing. You be all right. Why y'all always buy up all the bread, B? Not a single garlic bread in sight uptown. But yo, use this time, though. This is low-key a great time for you to sharpen your skills at a craft you've been working on. Organize your life. Figure out your short-term, your long-term goals. I've been working on music, on this podcast, on streaming. I'm also dedicating time to really learn about stocks and stock options and trading. I mentioned it in the last episode about investing if you had the money to do so. This is a great opportunity to, at the very least, get rid of old habits, start to develop healthy routines, do push-ups, get in shape, really whatever you want to do. Except get your license apparently, but fourth permit's the charm. So to all my friends that don't know, I hope this helped keep you informed. To my friends that do know, check me, man. Maybe I misspoke. I am your host and co-host, Kapi. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see y'all next week.